Hi everybody, this is Oleg. Welcome to Oregon Preparedness. Over the years, over our lifetimes, there has been a ton of movies and books written about and made about aliens and UFOs, and it's a very interesting subject. I like to listen to it personally, and sometimes I like to look in the dark sky, and sometimes you see shooting stars, and sometimes you see some object just flying across the sky. I imagine it's probably satellites, and so on and so forth. I did see some UFO looking thing one time. It was really weird. It was in one of my videos I made a while back. I'm gonna leave it in the description below in case you're curious. But that's not what I want to talk about in this video. So everybody knows about aliens and UFOs. Some people believe in it, some not so much. I was just looking over internet on the subject, looking at some materials, and because this, for me, it's purely interest, just to see what these fools have to say, you know. And if you believe in aliens and UFOs, then more power to you. I have nothing against it. But I'd like to share with you my thoughts on that. You know, about a year ago, Pentagon released some videos, supposedly some secret videos. You can look it up, it's on the internet, about the UFOs, you know, and how they say how, you know, they need to take it serious for national security, and how the American people deserve to be informed. Anyway, here is my simple opinion. You can take it or leave it, you know. Obviously, you know, what authority do I have? Nothing, just my opinion. And if you listen to it, I appreciate it. And if you put your opinion in the comments below, then I'll appreciate it even more, as I like to read those comments and to see what other people think. So anyway, in my personal opinion, UFOs and aliens, all this is the part of brainwashing that started a long time ago. But hear me out why. Please hear me out. You don't need to agree with me, but hear me out and draw conclusions. Many of you know that I'm of Christian faith. You know, I mention it often enough in my videos. And if you're a Christian, you probably have read in the Bible, or at least heard about it if you go to church, that there will be an event that's going to take place in the end days called the rapture. The rapture is basically an event where in the blink of an eye, God and Jesus, they're going to take his people away from this earth. They will just disappear. It's going to be a huge event. There are a lot of Christians in this world. I don't know the percentage. That would actually be interesting to look up. What percentage of people are Christians, at least statistically speaking. But the rapture is going to take place, and it says in the Bible, you know, two will be working in the field, one is taken, one is left behind. You know, the two will be sleeping, one is taken, one is left behind. And it doesn't mean that every couple is going to get separated. It's just an example, you know. If you are ready, you and your wife or your husband isn't, then the one who is ready is going to be taken. So basically what it means is once that takes place, it's going to be a huge mess on this earth, because it's going to happen, as the Bible says, in the blink of an eye, immediately, in a second. In 1 second, there will be cars that will have no driver in them. There will be airplanes that will have no pilot. There will be people who are in charge of trains, the conductors or whatever they call them. They will be taken away if they happen to be Christian and ready to go, because just being a Christian, just being a believer doesn't mean you're going to be taken. The Bible says even the demons believe and they shake and shiver because they're afraid of God. But so if you're a Christian, you does not mean automatically you're going to be taken in a rapture before real hard times and tribulations are going to take place. So you can imagine, just imagine your city you're at. Whole bunch of cars are without control. Those cars are going to hit other cars, going to hit buildings, people. An airplane without a pilot. If another co-pilot is not taken, then he's going to take control. What if both of them happen to be Christian and ready to go? The airplane without the 2 pilots gonna crash, and so on and so forth. So it's gonna be big disaster on earth. The elites, they are not atheists. They don't serve God, but they know God exists. They know what's gonna happen. They chose their other god, the Satan, and they chose the money. And that's what Satan buys all his servants with, the money. And so they knowingly and willingly are on their way to hell. However, they want to live beautiful down here on earth. And, obviously I'm not against good life. God is not against good life. I don't know why some people have more and some people have less. Only God knows. When I have no answer, I just leave it in God's hands, because I know ultimately He knows why this or why that. But basically, God is against for you to love the money. He's not against the money. The Bible says silver answers all things. So it's good to have money, but not at the price of your soul, basically, in a nutshell. Okay, so back to aliens, back to rapture. So when the elites know that this event is coming, and they are preparing us for that event. They have been preparing us. They have been brainwashing everybody with aliens and UFOs. And I like to read about UFOs. It's interesting to see, how they basically probably test their different flight machinery and claiming it's UFOs, because I'm sure they have technology that is unheard of to us. We think that iPhone is cool and it recognizes your face and and you can make your video on it and upload to YouTube and the whole world can see it. This is all great, but this technology, I'm willing to say, they probably had this kind of technology decades ago. I'd say at least a couple of decades ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, of course. And so they know rapture is going to take place, and God will take his people. But how will they explain it? They're not going to say, you know what, people, God took his people, and now is when SHTF is really going to take place. Obviously, they're not going to say that. They're going to say, you know what, we've been warning you for decades. The aliens are real. The UFOs are real. And now here is the proof. The aliens took away all these people and made such a mess and disaster on Earth. Whole bunch of people died in car accidents, airplane accidents, train accidents, because aliens took certain people away. They abducted them. Anyway, that's my personal belief and view on this subject. I'm sure not everybody who's watching this video gonna like it or agree, but you don't have to like it. But if you did watch the whole video, then I thank you for it. Please give this video a like. Please share it if you find it interesting or useful. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I like to talk about all these kind of events and what's going on and how we need to get prepared. And for this event, how we need to get prepared is prepare our souls. Because truly, this event can take place right now, right this second. It could. I don't think it will yet, because the world is not quite ready for the rapture, in my opinion. But it still could. And at the end of the day, your end, your personal end of your life, can happen anytime. Can happen this second. Are you ready to meet Jesus? That's what we all need to ask ourselves. Because, life after this life is truly what matters the most. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next upload. Take care.